fellow Battlefield Play for Free fans. This is CINNAStixx with another gameplay commentary. Yes, wow, once again I spawn on this side during one of my commentaries. It's kind of getting old. I was hoping to do this on Basra, but being that I will be working during the days now, I kind of wanted to just go ahead and get this out of the way. I won't be able to get as much play time as I typically do, so I'm at a big disadvantage now. It's not really benefit me or my commentaries. But on to what this commentary is for. It is for the long-awaited AEK series. Yes, that would be the +3 as I'm using right now, though I am also dueling the standard right here. Now for the +3 version, I'm using a stabilized stock and standoff barrel to increase the accuracy and overall range of the weapon. So it is a +4 and +4. I am also using the casket mags to buff up my ammunition to 40. With the casket mags on the standard, it had buffed it up to 36. Now I will be, I'm not using anything on the standard just so I can show y'all what it's like, because I haven't really been showing y'all what the weapon typically does in the standard. So this is pretty much it right here. The weapon, I find, has low recoil, high damage, one of the best damage for a weapon that wasn't, well, it had an elite version, but for a standard, I mean +3, it's one of the better weapons. Having, I believe, 24 rounds per magazine without the casket. Which about the casket, it was made a big deal a while back, which I eventually got into. It's best to get casket mags because you're an assault, but you're gonna, you technically have infinite ammo, so really no point in high capacity mags. High power ammo, yeah, that's good and all, but you'll see me stick with casket mags more often. But as for recoil of this weapon, being that I have the stabilized stock, the recoil tends to go straight up. It bounces around, I find, but in a good way. You know, if you're firing at the legs, it's easier to go back down and focus on a spot to fire at, or a more critical hit point. As you can see there, dueling these weapons are very effective. Of course, nobody else can really own two of the weapons at the same time, being that unless you already have the +3, you can go and get a standard version. Of course, it was given to me. Well, besides that, let's get to damage of this weapon. The overall damage of this weapon at close quarters can be in the high 40s, high 30s, to even the 50s, and for a successful headshot, the 80s to 70s. And that can make quick work of any enemy. Really quick work. Know how to place your shots. Not just that, I want to make a note on the hip fire accuracy. As many weapons as I've used so far, this is one of the best for an assault rifle. As you can see there, though you won't likely outshoot anyone using a shotgun. That's one of the disadvantages to this weapon. It's good for getting off those range kills when someone's maybe like the second they're about to get behind cover, you get that last shot on them. It dishes out that high damage, so no one's gonna get out of your way from this weapon. It's a hunter's weapon, man. It's really great. One of the most used weapons now since the update, I find, and even without attachments, it's like the MG36, but it's the assault version, I guess. So you'll see this weapon a lot more now, and the attachments just make it all the better. I mean, being that I'm using the standard right here with only casket mags, and you've already seen how amazing it is. It just means it can only work more wonders with these attachments, especially the new ones that are releasing. As you can see there, long range did about 40 damage, 49 at one shot, did about 20 to 19 for the rest. So it will stay in the low 20s for longer ranges. As you see there, I'm using one with the standard iron sights. The iron sights are okay. There was always a problem with them even before the hollow sights released. I actually kind of like them, though I find the hollows better for close quarters and even sometimes a longer range shot, since those iron sights can be buggy, especially if you're having the bug where, let's say where it blurs the front of your gun, or the sights, so it can make longer range shots a little bit harder to pull off. And as you can see there, this +3 version at longer range did 26 to 22 damage. Now, the standard, as I said, did 20 to 21. So you can see there is a slight buff in damage in the +3 version, and I can clearly show that now. It is not to such a great point that it is overpowered, but it is in a slight difference. Of course, high power ammo on a standard AEK could buff it up to that as well. Though, being that it's always better to have extra rounds, I suggest the casket mags right off the bat. Though with my +3 version, you will see me use my high power ammo on here, because I'll have 24 rounds per magazine, and that's okay with me. It's not unbearable, you know. So it's all, and I'll be dueling them, so I'll have one with casket mags and the other with high power ammo. So I'll have that +3 damage plus another +3 for all ranges. Now, there's really nothing else much I can say for this weapon, besides the fact that when I actually use the M145 sight, it's been one of my favorite weapons to use with it. Though the recoil does bounce a lot, as you can see here, it just bounces up, and when it sets back down, it's kind of jumpy. So that M145, you may think it wouldn't be suggested, but I highly suggest it. It's really great for this weapon, being that I could already pull off some greatly ranged shots at many distances. As you can see there, I just did grenade toss back. I never used that thing before, and now I'm started using it, and it's amazing. I don't know why I pull out my pistol there, but like I said, that M145, great for long ranges. If you can semi-fire this weapon just as I have been, you'll see great success with it. So don't be afraid to try it out, whether you have the standard or not. You know, I just suggest you slap on a stabilized stock, a standoff barrel, some casket mags, and put that sight on, and you're good to go. Nothing more, nothing less. But so I hope you guys take that to heart. Try out what I've suggested here right now, and if it worked, and just you know, give me some feedback. Sorry guys, my video is really choppy. The overall quality of this video is not going to be the best. It's really early in the morning, and since the flood, my connection speed has gone down a bit. But as usual, I'm going to go out to the loadout menu, and we'll talk about this. We'll continue to talk. Okay guys, sorry for that commentary. It may not have been the best, but I'm glad I finally got around to doing it. I love the AEK, and I know you guys love it too. For some of y'all don't know about it, y'all now do, and it is a great weapon. So I hope that will get y'all to buy it. Though, with so many people using it, honestly, I find they may end up nerfing it soon. Especially with these new attachments coming out, which everybody believes that they are reselling us our Elite Legacy. I've used the barrel. So far I see no difference. Maybe the barrel works better when that stock releases and the new magazine release. I believe it's it was the Predator barrel, the Thunderbolt stock, and the Viper mags. I believe altogether those will end up making an overpowered weapon, being that, you know, for one, it's for a level, you have to be a level 25, which by the way, my assault is now ranked 25, so I'll be able to purchase things like that. So I believe that it may end up being Elite Legacy status, but the attachments have to be all together, being that the stock and the barrel add +3 accuracy and +3 range. Each of them do that, so it will total out to about 6 range, 6 accuracy. And I hear the Viper mags add maybe what was it? I believe it added. It was like the high power. No, yeah, it added high power ammo plus the high capacity mags, I believe. So that's pretty much just what it's what I see there is that it's going to buff up the ammo of the weapons to what it used to be, to the damage that it used to be. So it's going to turn our +3 weapons into Elite Legacy. It's quite obvious. You can go look up the stats in the forums, so you can easily see that there. But as for the weapon, back to the AEK. Like I said, I use the standoff stabilized casket, and this one I had the Elite's paint job for my +3, which I typically use with the holographic sight, and I'll use the other with whatever else I have, though. Um, I want to just show y'all the iron sight so y'all get a good idea of it if y'all haven't used it yet. But all in all, it is one of the most powerful weapons um, for the assault class besides the AK, even though the AK is really hard to handle. But I, I I believe that this should be the new this would be like the M95 for the how do you say it? Oh yeah, the M95 for the recon, because that weapon dishes out the highest damage and it's most used. This weapon dishes out the highest damage, really good without attachment, and you know, you think would be the most used weapon. And I have seen a lot of people start using it lately, especially lower levels and up, because they're realizing how great this weapon is. And as you level up, you'll get more attachments, and as you get more attachments, the weapon gets better. And being that I have, before those Elite Legacy attachments come back, or whatever they've been renamed to, the standoff stabilized are the best you can get. Though even just a tactical stock and maybe a heavy barrel will do just fine. Um, but enough about that weapon. I wanted to make a note for I now have a forum thread containing all my videos, and you can see what I haven't commentated on yet and what I have, and whatever weapon I have will be highlighted. You can click on it and it'll link you directly to one of my videos on YouTube. I also have a link to the DOS website. A link to one of my old montages. It was a defib montage that made midweek montage. So I have a link to that as well, and a link to my channel in general. I'll also make a note that if you want to add me, you can. Feel free. You could also add me on Steam if you have a Steam account, and also on DeviantArt, since I'm an artist and I also do artwork on the side, though I haven't done anything recently. If any of you remember my YouTube background, it wasn't the best quality, but before they updated the new theme of YouTube, the channels, if you remember my background, yes, I drew that. Now you can't even see it, so it really upsets me that I did all that work. I made that picture especially for YouTube, and now I can't even see it. So, yeah. Yeah, I draw, and I also do commissions, so when I'm actually drawing, like when I'm actually in the zone for drawing, if people want a specific picture, I'll either do it for about 30 bucks, you know, nothing too pricey. I don't think I'm the best artist, you know, I'm good enough. uh, but y'all can go see for yourselves. Just look up CINNAstixx on DeviantArt and you'll see. Um, but that's about it. That's all I gotta say. As for DOS, we have a new podcast up right now, guys, if y'all want to go check that out. I had heard something about Shot has 9 more days until he can get back on and start playing games again. Also that something, I don't know if it was a joke or not, I wasn't there at the time, but about him maybe giving out his account temporarily. I'm not sure. It may be clan members only. I don't know. Maybe it was a joke, but I'll end up talking to him and finding out later, so I don't want to give you guys false information. Um, but yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Also, I want to make a note. Yes, I've changed out my overall training points for my assault. I wanted to go over that real quick. Like I said, I have a grenade toss back, which I find right now is really useful. As you saw earlier, I threw a grenade right back at this guy who threw it at my feet, and it blew back. It blew up back on him, so you know, made him look stupid. Also, another note. Now, if you don't know, you only need 1 point on the physical training for increased sprint speed. It doesn't. It's pointless putting another point on it. Just put 1, and it's already maxed out. It's still glitched up. So that'll save you a point to put towards whatever you want. Of course, got to make a note, with the grenade tossback, it's best to have the grenade combat awareness. I only have 2 points, that's all I need, because that helps enough. It is different seeing all those grenades icons being thrown across the screen, so it's a little bit more distracting, but it really helps. Though the grenades do blow up on impact, so it's kind of pointless. It's not like you're able to run all the time, and then to try to run towards one to throw it back, not always the best idea, especially since where you're facing at the time, you may end up just hitting the wall and it still hit you. Um, but that's all I was going to go over for the training, just because you saw me use it there, and I'd never used it before, and I thought it was pretty awesome. Also going to make another note. Finally, my grenade booster is going to run out soon in 3 days. I'm so glad, because I only have 1 point on my grenades. I don't use them. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be called the booster noob or whatever. Not that it matters, but so that's finally going to expire soon. It'll get me to play a little bit more differently, and I'm less tempted to purchase it since I only have 2 grenades at 1 point on the grenades. So you won't see me using that a lot. Especially now, I have a little bit more dignity. I'm a level 25. I actually made a promise to my clanmates that all I would do was use maybe the G3 now, because I was like, you know what, you guys level 25s going out and buying the USAS 12 and spamming it and all that. It's like, have you no pride, man? I mean, you worked all this way. Most of y'all used the USAS to get the points that you got to get to level 25. Why would you continue to use it? It's boring from there. Why not try something different? You know, why not try weapons without attachments? Why do something different? You know, I mean, you're not hurting yourself. I mean, you're not losing XP or anything. You're not risking gaining anything. So it's like, why not? You know, why not go around with the G3? Why not just run around with the 870? You know, something different. But that's just my preference. I can't tell you how to play, so you know, that's just my preference. So you'll probably see me running around with that a lot lately, and if I'm not doing the best, then that's my fault, my decision. But all right, guys, I'm sorry this went on for so long. I just felt I needed to talk to you guys about certain things. Oh my God, it's like 5 a.m. right now. I'm so tired. I just none of this was really planned out. But that's about it, guys. Sorry for keeping y'all for so long. Much love and respect on the battlefield, soldiers. Peace.